Just so you know, I have just hit the go live button, so we're going to be going out to the masses now. And if you're listening, please put in your where you're coming in from and what you're doing, because it's January 2nd. We have gotten to a point where we now understand the importance of the embracing the suck for one, which is what Mary was talking about. Dr. Commander Mary Kelly, who is our guest today, but also how we all have gotten through the last month and a half. Because I mean, yes, it's been a joyous time for a lot of people, but it's been a hard time for a lot of other people. So,
And it's a hard time, Brian, because we have expectations. Again, we look at other people's houses and all the lights on their houses and we think, oh, the inside must be just as beautiful.
mhm.
Well, you don't know. You don't know that maybe the inside, maybe there's conflict, maybe there is tension, maybe there's some unhappiness. Not everybody's perfectly happy all the time. And for us to expect that, we somehow think that just because it's the holidays and we're supposed to feel joyful, that all the negativity magically goes away. That's not true. What
Right.
we have to do is we have to make our own joy. We have to say, okay, today, where am I going to find joy and happiness? What am I going to find happiness in? What can I do that will, and as you know, I do look at a lot of scientific things with brains and, all the dopamine and the serotonin and all that. So if I'm feeling sad today, maybe that sense of loss is getting to me. What can I do that's going to increase my brain activity, the serotonin and the dopamine, so that I feel from the brain on it, starting from the inside out, from the brain in, how do I feel happier about the things that are going on around me? So what I like to do is I like to set routines that I know will increase the happiness and the dopamine, even if I'm not feeling it. So, for example, I have a morning routine that a lot of people share. You get up, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, you have the coffee, you do something that is good for you. Maybe you meditate, maybe you pray, maybe you walk the dog. But those habits and routines are really important, because otherwise, if you say, and I watched a lot of people do this during COVID, they're like, "Oh, I'm not getting out of bed today." Wait, what? I'm not going to take a shower today. Wait, what? Wait, I'm not going to put on real clothes today. I'm going to work in my pajamas. No, no. The habits and routines that we have are critical to making sure that our headspace is in the right place. I don't know if you remember some of the Antarctic explorers, the ones who got stuck, for months and months on the ice floe, and
Mhm.
he made those men shave every single day. Even though
Really?
it was freezing,
Uh,
there was, obviously no heat. He made them shave every day because he knew that habits and routines
mm.
help us stay focused. So set habits and routines. I love that this is the beginning of the year and we have the opportunity to set habits and routines. So one of the things that I'm doing for me is I've resolved, so I'm throwing it out there. Y'all can hold me accountable. I have resolved to skim a book a day, a book a
So
day.
what does skim mean?
So skim means you flip through it, you look at things, you pick out something, but then I try to put that nugget. So to keep myself accountable, I'm putting the book and the nugget on Facebook. So I'll get a nugget and I'll go, okay, so yesterday, if you look at my Facebook page, it's Mary C. Kelly. There's a nugget from the book that I skimmed yesterday because it was the first of the year. Just because it's Sunday doesn't mean it doesn't count. It's the first of the year, so you got to start. And that is a nugget. And then I do have an online as well as a paper gratitude journal that I will put the book in every single day. I use my own 12-month planner every single day to record the book that I am skimming every single day. And then
Wow.
once a week, the idea is that if I can think of the book and say, oh gosh, maybe Brian would like a summary of this book, I'm going to make, a couple pages of a summary of that book, kind of like a book report, like
Yeah.
we did in school, and share it with other people. This is going to be the thing that I do. Again, creating the habits and routines to help my brain get stronger and better, to help me emotionally and spiritually get stronger and better, and to make sure I've got those daily habits in place so that I don't wallow, back to that pit of despair. The
Yeah.
Princess Bride is one of the best movies of all time.
What's that?
The Princess Bride is one of the best movies of all time.
So I put this in reference to me because I mean I'm sure all of our listeners are doing that as well. We're thinking about how this affects me. So for me, over the last year, I've had to take a nap every day, and that nap, and it's not a small nap. It's usually an hour, hour and a half, maybe more, maybe less, but that rejuvenates me. It helps me to be able to talk more plainly, so people can understand me. Because I hear a lot of people say "what," and that really bothers me. But also, it helps me to just be present because I work in the Ohio School for the Blind, where I need to be present for them as well. So, how would I go about my day? Maybe I'm not saying I'm on a skim a buck a day, but how would I go about my day in order to change something, to set a new pattern, to set a new habit?
Hmm. So I'll tell you that for many people, napping works really well. Thinking about napping is a time waster.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say, every day I'm going to take a nap at 3 o'clock, then it's scheduled and you block out from 3 to 4:30 to take a nap, maybe 2:45 to 4:30. So you block that time. But if it's afternoon and you're wondering whether or not you're going to take a nap and whether or not you feel like taking a nap and whether or not it's going to be good for, well, maybe I should do something else. Now all of a sudden you've lost 5 hours.
Yeah.
So I would say, look, if you know what works for you, set it on the schedule, put it there, schedule it and do it and make time for it. And then it becomes a habit. Then your body says, oh, okay. The same way, Brian, I do a lot of writing and I do a lot of my writing on airplanes. Here's why. I have trained my body as a habit. As soon as I hit 10,000 feet, I'm not watching movies. I'm not looking at magazines. I'm not reading novels. I pull out the computer and I start writing because I can actually feel the altitude shift. And I know it's time to pull out the computer and start writing. So it's a habit. So if I'm not writing, I'm a little bit disquieted. I'm a little bit like, oh gosh, I really should be doing something. It's wondering if you should be doing the thing that creates more stress for you. For all of us, not you. So I would say schedule it. And then if you know that your energy level just kind of, drops at a certain point of the day, do things that you know is going to help you with that. I would say as soon as you wake up from sleeping in the afternoon, drink 8 ounces of water really fast. Just wake up because your body's probably dehydrated. It's one of the reasons why we get sleepy is we're dehydrated, for example. So say, okay, I'm going to take a nap and I'm going to set the alarm for 4:25 and then I'm going to wake up and drink 8 ounces of water and you will feel better. So part of how we get things done is putting ourselves in the place where it's such a habit, we don't have to think about it. But the other part is scheduling in the things that we know we need. I like coffee in the morning, not because I need coffee to wake up. I just like the taste of coffee in the morning. I know that I should also drink, and it's part of my thing. I drink 64 ounces of water a day. And if I don't, I know that I don't feel great. So I put things in place to where I drink the water every day. I keep a bottle of water in the car. I keep a bottle of water in my purse. I make sure I grab one on the way out the door. I put it by the door so I don't forget it walking out the door. So you create the if we rely on willpower to get things done, it will not happen.
Yeah, right.
We have to create the systems in place so that we don't have to waste the decision-making process doing the right action. We can only do about 4 hours of big brain work a day. And if we spend that time, oh, do I take a nap? Do I not take a nap? Do I drink the water? Do I not drink the water? Well, what if I do this? And with all of that, that's exhausting. No, if you know what you need to do. And this sounds very militaristic and very regimented, and I know it does, but I also know it works. That
It does.
Don't think about it. For example, if you think I'm going to wake up in the morning and go work out, if your alarm goes off at 5:30 and you're lying in bed thinking, am I actually going to get up? See, that's wrong.
Right.
Once the decision is made, you go, no, the decision's made. I'm getting up. And you know what helps the decision being made? Having a class at 6 o'clock, having a workout buddy at the gym waiting for you, because then you might disappoint yourself, but you're not going to disappoint your friends, or you paid for that class. So you want to make sure you get your money's worth. Once the decision is made, you have to not allow your brain to second guess the right decision. And there's different parts of the emotional side of our brain, the logical side of our brain oftentimes are at odds. And the emotional side oftentimes wants to go, yeah, logically, you should drink the water and get up and do the workout, but doesn't this bed feel nice? See, that's a feeling versus a decision.
Oh, wow. There's so much here. I really want to spend more time with you, but we're running out of our time today. So I'm wondering if you would be willing to come back and share more with us.
Always a pleasure seeing you, Brian.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mary. I appreciate your time.
So great to be with y'all. And if anybody wants any of my resources, I will put it in the show notes for you. But it's company's Productive Leaders, and it's productiveleaders.com/podcast. Okay. So I have a bunch of free resources for growth and business and leadership there. Your audience is more than welcome to check it out.
Would you mind hanging out in the green room for me? And I'll be right back. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Take care.
All right. See ya. Oh, my goodness. Mary Kelly is the bomb. I'd forgotten that we had her on in the last year or two. But phenomenal to have her back, and really want to make sure that we continue to work with her to grow and to just be better, happier people. I mean, that's really what it's all about. If we're happier people, we're going to be better people. And if we're better people, we're going to do better work. And if we do better work, we're going to help other people. So there's so much there to be thankful for. I'm thankful for Mary, and I want to make sure that if there's ever anything else that I can do for any of you in 2023 and beyond, please let me know. And let's see, Mary has put something in the private chat. Her podcast. So let me put that up here while we're on, and let's see if I can do this appropriately. I'm getting there. So now I lost my mouse. That's what happens when a blind guy. Oh, there's a mouse. So copy that, and I will put it up in the comments. I'll put it up as a banner. That's what I'll do. That'll make it look fancy, or at least you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Anyway, so thank you very much for all you do. I appreciate all of you. Here is the banner. Here is the banner. Oh my gosh. There we go. There we go. So you can pause this, take a snapshot of that, and listen to her podcast and all that's there. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you for making this a happy 2022 and a happier 2023. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye. And as always, keep one eye on the road.